The 33,000 additional forces that I ordered to Afghanistan have served with honor.
While US President Barrack Obama and Afghan President Hamid Karzai recently met in Washington to renegotiate levels of troop withdrawal, Australia is well on their way to leaving little more than a footprint in the region. Since January this year, the Australian Army has been withdrawing its personnel and equipment from Afghanistan, with an aim to leave the country's security in the hands of the Afghan National Army. The Army has been undergoing a training program under the guidance of Western forces since 2009. However, the pullout has given rise to public debate on the timing and the consequences the withdrawal will have in the region. A public forum held at Parliament House in Sydney allowed spokespeople from the Australian Afghan community and local politicians to discuss the future of a country they once called home. The Hazara community voiced their fear of the resurgence of ethnic cleansing committed under the Taliban regime.
The discrimination is rife in Afghanistan still. So if you got 100 years of discriminatory policy against minority groups, so you wouldn't able to finish it within overnight.
Najiba Wazifodost, president of Hazara Women of Australia, expressed grave concern for the future of women in the region who suffered a life of extreme subjugation and violence under the Taliban rule.
Afghanistan is a country where many women have been killed. Afghanistan is the country that I myself, as a young woman, were denied from having access to education, were denied from having access to employment, were denied to have a voice of my own.
All believe that the Karzai government, which is accused of corruption, along with the underdeveloped National Army, are not the ones who will see Afghanistan into a prosperous future.
Well, in my views, Mr. Karzai is making some unpredictable comments and some unpredictable decision. So he is not strange to that sort of thing.
President Hamid Karzai has welcomed the announcement that more than half of the troops deployed in the region will leave by the end of 2014. He has given US Special Forces 2 weeks to leave the province of Wardork after hearing allegations that Afghans working for the troops have tortured and killed innocent people. This has placed the reason for deploying troops to Afghanistan for security purposes under the spotlight.
But the question is, if Western troops are to remain, if they haven't achieved stability in the last 10 years, what will another 12 months or 24 months difference really make?
While the Afghan diaspora debate over what the next internal steps should be to assure the safety in the region, one thing is certain: the troops will leave a region in disunity over the validity of their government, whether or not negotiation should begin with the Taliban, and what regional powers they will have to deal with next. Millie Stalinovic, Press TV, Sydney.